In the midst of Victorian London, there was the birth of a hybrid martial art and self-defense method. It really could be considered one of the first mixed martial arts. It was a fusion of Eastern and Western disciplines called Bartitsu. In 1898, Edward William Barton-Wright, an English engineer who spent 3 years in Japan, where he was enthralled by Jujitsu. Upon returning to London, he combined Jujitsu with other various martial arts he had studied, which were boxing, Savate, Swiss wrestling, and cane fighting, thus creating a hybrid self-defense system suited for the gentleman of this time. He called it Bartitsu, which is a combination of his surname and Jujitsu. By combining techniques from these various martial arts, Barton-Wright was able to create an effective method for offensive and defensive capabilities at various ranges. Practitioners of Bartitsu would often have a cane, thus why cane fighting was incorporated, which allowed them to create distance and deliver strikes to an opponent while staying out of reach. Boxing and Savate were used on an adversary when they started to close in or if a practitioner did not have a cane with them. Finally, Jujitsu and wrestling were used if fighting came to close quarters. Barton-Wright established the Bartitsu Club in London's affluent Soho district. The club attracted a curious mix of society's elite eager to learn this new art. However, despite its initial success, Bartitsu's flame burned brightly but briefly. After just a few years, in 1902, the Bartitsu Club closed its doors and the martial art slipped into the shadows. But the story doesn't end there. The cultural impact of Bartitsu continued. Its most famous mention was by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in the Sherlock Holmes story, The Adventure of the Empty House, where Holmes credits Bartitsu for saving his life. It was a typo in the book and later explained that Doyle was referring to Bartitsu. This fleeting literary homage kept Bartitsu alive in the public imagination, a whisper of its former glory. Yet, for almost a century, it remained largely forgotten. Then, at the dawn of the 21st century, historians, martial arts experts, and enthusiasts began piecing together Barton-Wright's legacy. Combining historical texts, vintage illustrations, and Sherlock Holmes' fame, Bartitsu found new life. Modern Bartitsu combines historical techniques with contemporary knowledge. It's a living, breathing art that honors its Victorian roots while evolving with the times. Bartitsu was seen as an experiment, and today Bartitsu practitioners see themselves as continuing the experiment with the best martial arts methods. Barton-Wright was a man ahead of his time. With Bartitsu, he developed one of the first mixed martial arts in the Western world to provide effective self-defense in any situation. Times may have changed, but his methodology was sound, and the act of combining multiple disciplines to be the most effective fighter is at its peak in modern society. If you've been fascinated by the tale of Bartitsu, the genuinely art of self-defense, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.